Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. We're in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Brian, you get your cup of coffee? Hey, yard limit. Hope everything's going good over there in New Mexico there for your yard limit. We'll get started here in a few minutes. Glad to hear it, Brian. Glad to hear it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely hear you. And then I saw I was watching Gallup earlier, and I saw like a lot of wind over there, and also I saw that Joseph City there with the Jackrabbit trading post too. The camera was kind of shaking a little bit on that pole we have it on. Hey, hello, Jesse Cat 619. Hope you're doing good. Give it another minute here. We'll go and get started. Alrighty. Hi, Kenneth. Welcome aboard. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here, and the episode here is recorded, so it'll be posted on our channel in the playlist for anyone that's missed it, or if you want to review it. So thank you all for joining today. Definitely appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and get started here with some updates. First off, the Jackrabbit trading post over there in Joseph City, Arizona, has been testing, has been online privately for a few days now. Will be effective this evening. It will be going public. As you can see in the top corner of the screen, we just had a BNSF train just to zoom on by. They go pretty fast out there, so you don't want to blink, as they say for Amtrak. You don't want to blink because sometimes you just miss them. But been pretty long. Some of the trains out there. You can see, as you can see with the Jackrabbit trade post, they're pretty much the similar setup as Tecna. One PTZ that's patrolling or on auto all day long, unless a moderator logs in and controls it. But the difference with Jackrabbit train post and Tecna is one's got mountains, the other one doesn't. So you have a really good view of both sides there, east and west, as the trains are going by. It's also got the audio feed integrated. You can hear pretty much from Hibbard, pretty close to Holbrook, and then depending how the weather is, sometimes you can get a little bit farther more east. I was able to hear our dispatch talk to a crew that was in the siding there. I think it was called Adaman, or what, I can't remember how it's pronounced. So, not bad for reception there at the trading post. Just a little quick history on the Jackrabbit trading post. They are a Route 66 icon that's been there. The Jackrabbit trading post has been there for about 74 years. And with the current owners, it's been in their family for 62 out of those 74 years. So it's just one of ours. This is a small family owned business right there off I-40 and exit 269. It's called Jackrabbit Road. This goes south to do Route 66, which is what they're off of. They're old Route 66. So if you're ever in the area between Holbrook and Winslow, or between Winslow and Joseph City. They're right there on the south of the I-40, Jackrabbit Road. Definitely take a stop. Say hi to Cindy and Tony. They're the owners. Real great. Good people there. Um, they've been with us for a while now. Not they're new with the RailCam, but they've been also they've been doing our train monitoring as well from for years now, a few years now. So definitely help fill in gaps there, and glad that they're now part of the RailCam, our RailCam family here. So that's the first update. Second update we have going on is on the cameras as we're updating the firmwares to the cameras. You're going to notice a little bit of change on the firmware or the cameras themselves. The firmware is got a little bit is designed for better resolution with the sensor, the CMOS sensor that's in the camera built in, and also for um, less what's the word for it, less sync issues that we have been having in the past. We've been working with RealLink, who we get the cameras from, and they've been excellent on helping us work out all these bugs that we've been having with the cameras. And so it's been great working with them, getting these bugs fixed. The one thing you notice with the cameras, when the firmware has been changed, you now see the ones that have to change have the camera's date and clock there on the top left hand corner. Um, that is from the camera itself. So that helps anyone out, viewers, if you're concerned, is the camera working or is the camera out of sync or behind? Look at the clock. That's the camera's time. So if the camera is off, if that time is off, that means the camera is lagging or it's frozen. So that's a better way to kind of know when, not just as viewers, but as as we all continue to improve. This will definitely help moderators as well, the moderation team, help with knowing if the camera is frozen or not. Um, so moving on to update number 3, Wilcox. A few weeks ago, the east camera went offline, and it looks like it went right offline right after a real big dust devil went through, which is kind of odd, but I guess Wilcox gets dust devils that are pretty powerful. But anyways, with that, it looks like what happened was after the dust devil went through, um, I guess either I can't say a dust devil causing it, but the maybe it was one of the pigeons got stuck on the cord and pulled a zip tie or however that was on the pole. But what happened was the cable came loose off of the Wilcox East camera, um, which is why it froze. And the system doesn't know what happened to it; just disappeared. So, anyway, we went. Christy and I went out there. If anyone was watching Wilcox, we did give a nice little wave to everyone that was watching. We couldn't reach the camera because it's pretty high up there. We don't even have a ladder tall enough to reach it. So Christy used put together a kind of funny, a telescopic. We had a telescopic pole we used, and with that telescopic pole, put a little duct tape on the end of it, a ballpoint pen, and was able to get the Ethernet cable back into the camera. And hey, we got the East camera back. So then we went ahead and made sure got chipped off the B that was stuck to the lens as well. So all's good there. Hey, Mr. Allin. Hey, Jack, be quick. Welcome aboard. That's the status for Wilcox. Let's see. Needles. We're waiting on the bucket truck for needles. We haven't tested the computers. The streaming. We've been streaming the 2 computers with test videos on YouTube. and just to make sure that the testing's good. We're waiting for the city to get their bucket truck over. They're going to mount the cameras a little bit higher than what we thought they were going to mount them. They're actually going to mount them. Hey, Mama Ray. They're actually going to mount the cameras about, if you know the Needles Depot or the Needles Depot, the hotel there, the landmark there. Well, it's 2 stories. It's pretty tall. It used to be an old Harvey house. Well, we're going to mount them just on the 2nd floor, kind of like how Gallup is. Well, the city's going to take a little bit more, and they're going to actually mount it up about almost to the top of the 2nd floor. So you get a better view of the trains and from that regard. They have, from my understanding, only 1 or 2 bucket trucks. So they should be coming out. According to the IT guy I was talking to on Thursday of last week, he did tell me that the goal is to have it up and running by this week. All he's waiting for is the truck. So you go up there, mount them, and then we'll start streaming the Needles cameras. But in the meantime, we're already doing the testing of the camera, of the actual systems and their internet. So it's definitely, we know the internet's good. Once the cameras are online, we're gonna test them at a couple. We're gonna test them at a little bit higher resolution than the other streams. Hello, Binky78. We're gonna test them before we go exact. We're gonna test them. We're gonna try testing them at not 1920 but 1080, but what is it, 1440 I think it's called, and see how it works before we go to the private viewing. They have the internet capacity there, so definitely will be good quality there. Won't have anything really to worry about there once that's done. So just keep an eye on your emails from GoFundMe when that time comes. Once it goes private, I will send an email out via GoFundMe on the private link that we normally do for all the donors first, for the private viewing before we go public. But that's why we're doing the testing now, so we don't have to test too long. So we just start the private right once they get them mounted. Let's see. So that's the Needles update. Let's see, Benton, the host there has emailed a few his contacts there with Amtrak to see see if he's got a scheduled date. He does not have one yet. Everything got a little bit pushed back because Amtrak needs to hire the UP inspector to be there for them when they do the work. Amtrak is actually contracting to work out for the new platform there in Benton. And then the utility company there will install the lighting and all that. And from my understanding, as mentioned before, it's still on plan to pretty much be very similar to the way the platform is set up at Kingman. So with the lighting anyways. But it's gonna have a smaller parking lot and a smaller cement drive, not like a real big one like Kingman has, like a parking lot there. It'll be a little bit smaller. So once we get a date for Benton when they're going to start the work, we will definitely let everyone know. We'll post an update for everyone. So that's where I'm for Benton. Let's see. We have not heard yet back from Amtrak on moving the camera at Winslow. So we're still waiting to hear back from them. According to the email that we got from Amtrak, it could take up to 3 months according to their response. So I didn't realize, no one realized it was going to take that long, but it took over, I don't know how long it took before we got a response initially. So we'll just keep an eye out for any contact from Amtrak, and hopefully we get that camera moved before those willow trees, desert willows start to bloom, which could be starting soon. So, excuse me. Um, LHB, the platform moved. Where's the plan? Yeah, it's still gonna be right there in front of the PTZ camera. The only difference that happened was UP did not like the fact that the camera was going to be, or the platform was going to be right at the edge of the road at, I think it's St. Pedro, which is right at the crossing. Um, because if the train stops you, I guess it's something to do with the circuit, which I'm not too sure why, because you can see, at Kingman, they could stop right into the crossing, the gates would go up, no problem. But anyways, that's BNSF, UP's a little different. So anyways, so going back to that, it did get shifted just a little bit, but not much that it's gonna destroy the view of Amtrak. I know right now all we get to see is like either the tail end of it or the front end of it. Um, so it's still gonna be right there. The PTZ camera is still dead center, we're really close to it where the path's gonna be. If you ever looked at Benton, where the gate, there's a gate where you see people walking back and forth from usually going to Circle K. That's across the road. That's going to be where the little walkway is going to be that goes up to where the platform is going to be against the tracks. So at Benson, that's where it's going to be. So that's where that's going to be. And it's going to go up to it's got to go at a way, so it's got to be ADA compliance. So they got to make sure it's leveled. And so from that gate, it's going to go up towards the tracks. And then once it gets to where the tracks are at, it's going to be 150 feet one way and 150 feet the other way. So it's going to be a 300-foot platform. Does that hopefully answer your question, LHB? And if we need to, we can always move the camera. We have plenty of slack on the wire. So we need to move the camera, we can. Um, we may be doing that anyways. Because when the host helped with the mounting, he actually does a lot of metal fabricating. So when he actually made the mount, it's a little bit angled off. That's why it looks like it's a little bit more tilted than the other cameras, because it's not really flat against the building. The building, the way it was designed, is just there's a little bit of a angle to the roof there. So if we need to, maybe he could probably either fabricate a new mount, or we could probably wedge something to straighten out the camera if we have to move it. The plan is eventually he's gonna go over there and probably wedge something anyways. But then he also wants to lower or adjust the spotlight that comes on at night when someone walks by, because as you see, it does glare into the camera. So that's the reason for that. He's going to adjust that as well when he goes up. So. Yeah, Steven, welcome. Needles, right now, we're testing the computers with streaming just regular test videos on their network. Everything's hardwired. They actually ran more cable to where the mount's going to be. They're just waiting now. According to the guy I talked to on Thursday, he is just waiting for the electrical bucket truck. The electrician, utility companies, they run their own electricity. They're going to have they got their bucket truck. They're waiting for that. It's reserved for them. So they're going to be coming over. Once they get the bucket truck, they'll go up there and get up there and mount them. It was supposed to be on the second floor, but they're going to go a little higher. They're going to take it a step higher and go about, I want to say they said about 4/5 up on the actual second floor. So if you've ever been to the I think it's called the El Garces Hotel. That's the landmark there. It used to be old Harvey House. How tall that building is. We're going to put it up there really high on the second floor on the pillar. The goal is to they're gonna contact us once they're on there in their truck, so we can help them align the cameras through the palm trees, because they do have palm trees there. So we're gonna be aligning them through the palm trees, um, and also zooming. The camera does that. The cameras do have the option to zoom in, so we're gonna align right in the middle and zoom in, but still make sure we get the view we need to see all. I think it's 4 or 5 tracks that go by there. I can't remember offhand how many are there. And the west camera is going to be facing the signal bridge that's there. I think it's CP Needles. Yeah, CP Needles. We should be able to see the signals there, especially at night. I don't think they're LED, so you won't be able. They're not really show that much during the day, but at night they really do show. I notice with LED lights, the LED signals, they even show during the day usually. But the regular non-LED, they don't really show up much during the day. So that's where Needles is at right now. We're just waiting for them, and the guy said he wants it done by this week. So they can move on to the next thing that they're working on. We haven't had any storms. Cross our fingers, there's no more. That's the first thing that delayed everything, and then said they only have a limited number of bucket trucks, so I'm not too sure how many, but I would imagine they probably have a couple. So that's where that's at. Let's see. So that's that. Technically, I have no other updates. Does anyone else have any questions or any other comments? Okay, Santa Fe. Okay, so Santa Fe, we just got the email from the guy today. Um, he's planning on getting it up. Hopefully, his words were he's planning on having it up by the end of the week. So we'll see how it goes. He was up on the roof earlier today, but I guess they had some. According to him, it was pretty windy, and it had started a little bit of rain, so yeah, he didn't get a chance to terminate the end. If it wasn't for that, he would have terminated the end with the wire and get it up. But yeah, the camera has been tested. He's been testing the camera. Camera's fine. He said he did go up on the roof today, but I guess it was really windy, and I guess there was some little bit of rain coming at him. So that's why, or else he would have probably had it today. So crossing our fingers that he gets through with that. Albuquerque, still waiting to hear back from the IT guy. We just sent him an email again today to see what's going on. It's just like it's been a slow process with Albuquerque, but just waiting to hear back from IT. We did CC the manager on the second email here to see if we could help get that moving along. The original manager we've been talking to, so hopefully we hear something soon. Yeah, all the new cams are going to be on the website just like they currently are, so you're welcome. Yeah, the website will be updated as the cameras come along. As you can see, Joseph City or the Jackrabbit Trading Post is up there along the BNS on the top. The cameras go from east to west. We are going to put together a couple pages. There's going to be a BNSF page and a UP page. So you'll have the BNSF. So you could choose. You could go to the page and see all of them, or you could go BNSF and see the BNSF, or you could go to UP, see UP. Most likely, once Santa Fe and Albuquerque, and then if Albuquerque does come up, when it does come up, Santa Fe. Currently, if it's just Santa Fe, We'll probably just mix them in with the BNSF for now. But for once we get Albuquerque up, then Santa Fe and Albuquerque will be moved to their own page under we'll probably just call it NMRX or New Mexico Rail Runner. Not too sure yet how we're going to do it yet. But yeah, we will be updating the webpage as we go through um, and same with the playlist, the live playlist. So that'd be great, Brian, if you could. We did send an email out, but I have not heard yet. Um, but yeah, if you have a chance, you want to go take a look. If you want to, that'd be great. You know, guy did get some street view pictures of the location, so I think it'd be a great site. So hopefully we hear something from them. Any other questions or comments? All right, let's hit the in check yet. I don't have one yet, Brian. No one responded yet, so we just went to the general inbox. So I was hoping to have some kind of response, but I haven't heard. We haven't heard yet. Christy's not here right now. I'll have to ask her when she gets back. And yeah, there was asked, and then going through these little emails that we get, the support emails. So we had a question about let me see. Okay, yeah. If I hear anybody, I'll let you know. So we had a couple questions come in. So um, someone asked for us about starting a smaller version of Amtrak. Some viewers like the long version of Amtrak videos that are done. Some like the shorter version. Some want it shorter because they don't have time. You know, everyone's busy. You know, understandable. I mean, yeah, we know number one and two zoom by every camera we have. Um, but number three and four, you know, each one's at a stop or location. So, and the fastest one out there, I think, is Winslow at I think 22 seconds. I think like a NASCAR pit stop. But so, anyways, we know everyone's got busy lives. So there's now a new playlist called Amtrak on the Quick, or Amtrak on the Quick, and Amtrak on the Quick is pretty much just for Southwest Chiefs number 3 and 4, um, where it's when they come in and when they leave. So you don't have to, so the middle's all been cut out. So that's a new version that started up this month. Um, and so if you don't have time to watch, if you missed Amtrak 3 and 4, well, there's the quick videos there now, so you'll be able to see what did I miss. Did they have Operation Lifesaver like number 3 had last night? Um, or however, you know, whatever you like to look at, it's there. Um, it's still the same. We go through all the sites. Um, just the middle's been cut out. So you come in, they leave at all sites. That's just for 3 and 4, and it's got their own playlist. The other question we had was about, and you know, we like to be transparent with everyone. We were asked about, well, why do we need fundraisers? We get if we have ad revenue, and that answer, and to be very transparent and honest, we are still not part of the YouTube program, whatever it's called, partner program, which means we do not, any kind of ads that you see on our cameras, we don't see any revenue from those. That all stays with YouTube. We have not been approved yet for that access. That's one reason why we changed our name. Because they said Arizona RailCam or RailFan Arizona was too. That's one of the reasons we changed, because it's too original, I guess, and it looks like we're copying others' work. So that's one of the other reasons why we changed our name. Because if we could get part of the YouTube program, we could use that funding, some of that funding, or for maintenance and to keep the cameras going. So hopefully, if you're on, whoever asked that question, that's the answer. We don't get that. We don't see the revenue as of yet. Because we're not approved. So, and I said we like to be transparent with everyone, so that's where we're at. We're not, and so that goes to the next email we got. Are we a company? No, we're not a company. All we are is a husband and wife. We used to rail fan all the time. Back in 2010, before we had kids. Then kind of got stagnant a little bit with kids. And then from there, we also had the train monitoring. And then since train monitoring is kind of going out with the new FCC regulations, this was the next thing. So we wanted to keep, do what we can with the sites we had. We wanted to make sure that we we wanted to do cameras to help with anyone that can't get trackside, especially during COVID. That's what really sparked it, is when the whole thing with COVID hit. We had some users that were on our website that said, why we don't go out, because they look forward to the videos, but they can't go out, for whatever reason. So this is the next best thing. So this is why we started the cameras. Is to get, give everyone options. We don't do subscriptions. So we want to keep them free for everyone to view. That's how it should be. This is a great hobby. We want to keep it that way. So hopefully that was the last question we had. That came in the email from the last time. Any other questions, comments? And I do want to let you know, we do appreciate all our viewers, all our subscribers. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much for being our subscribers, our viewers, liking our videos, sharing our videos. We definitely appreciate everyone that has helped us with this channel, that's made this channel possible. I can't say enough how much we appreciate all our viewers, and definitely we'll continue to work hard to keep our cameras going, and make sure you get all enjoy. So that's normal, Beverly. Something always happens, but we have you can contact our support email address. It's on our homepage on the About. So you go to our channel homepage, you go to About. There says send an email. There's the email box right there. You can always email us. We're open. We're open doors. So we're here for you guys. We're here for everyone. We're here for you as viewers. We're glad to have everyone here. Lordsburg, Deming. No, not yet. Lordsburg and Deming have been. It's hard to find something out there. I meant we were looking at the trail center, but they finally came back, said they don't have the ability to do so. Where we are, and throw that out here, we are testing, and this is one thing that's because the area, there's nothing, there's internet's very hard out in some areas, but what's nice is about like their Jackrabbit trading post. The Jackrabbit trading post is using that Starlink, um, so and that's been going pretty smooth. It does buffer once in a while when it's changing satellites, but honestly, I mean, that's pretty good. I like the fact that we can actually test another option that's out there. Um, so if we can find something out there, knowing that Starlink is available, that may be an alternative. So keep everyone posted there. So good question. Hi, Steven. Yeah, that's Starlink. I mean, the trading post is running on. I think it's just we have it at 720 right now. Um, but the bandwidth's there for the higher one, but we don't want to overdo it, so that's why it's running at 720. So, but it works out pretty good. So it's something to be looking in. It's something that's actually look forward to if you can. So, and yes, Binky, that is true, and look forward to it. We'll be going public pretty much after this call. Get to watch number 3 zoom on by probably this evening. Keep an eye on it. It's usually about 15 minutes before Winslow, and it flies. So, you thought it flies at Wilcox, you better make sure you don't blink and when it goes by Jackrabbit because you think Wilcox is fast. It goes a lot faster there. So, unless it gets stuck behind a freight, then it's not going to be going that fast. But so, is a Wilmot camp still? Yeah, Wilmot. It's still online. Yeah, it's just been renamed Tucson. It's not really. We had to go by what the naming is for Google or YouTube, and it didn't like the Wilmot dash Tucson, so it's just called Tucson. So, but it is still there. Geo. So, any other questions, comments? You're welcome. All right. Well, if you need to get in touch with us, our email address is on our about page. Definitely, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter, sign up for that. We got the email about this. That means you already signed up. We will send out a newsletter here at the end of this week. So thank you everyone for joining today, and we look forward to our next call next week. Have a good evening and enjoy the trains. Thanks everyone.